Hi, this is Kevin with Advanced Leather Solutions. I'm with Josh, and Josh is going to be the technician who's going to demonstrate a couple of different things. What we're going to do is we're going to apply a coffee bean base to this leather to show a color change. And so Josh has the base, and he's going to apply it to the brush and apply it onto the leather. The whole objective here in the end is to also demonstrate how we're going to be applying a print color to create a modeling effect using the coffee bean as our base and then the coffee bean print when we get to that point. And so Josh is using our coloring system that is going to allow us to have full coverage on this piece, and I'm going to let him complete the process through to conclusion, as it requires multiple coats in order to give us the full coverage. And then we'll pick it up with Josh, and Josh has now applied the base coat to the leather. It took us 4 applications of base to get to where we are, and now what we're going to do is demonstrate the application of the print color. And we have a paper plate, which is going to be our where we're going to apply the print color. We have our applicator, and we have some masking paper that's going to allow us to cover over a portion of the leather so we can see the differential as we move across the leather. So Josh is covering over 1/4, exposing 3/4, and we're going to do one pass of the print color over that 3/4 area. And so Josh, tell us what we're going to do here.
Alright, well, we're going to just take some print and we're going to put it in this paper plate, okay, and take the tamping sponge.
Yes. Now you're using the erratic side of the tamping sponge, the erratic face of the tamping sponge.
Right.
Okay. And you're getting plenty of color on it, I can see that.
Then we're going to take off about 75% of the color.
Okay.
And then do the tamping motion on the leather.
Okay. So let's take a look at what that looks like after it dries, and then we'll pick up after that. Now we've dried the leather, the first print coat. And Josh, why don't you take the tape up and let's take a look at that differential between the original base color and the first pass of the tamping. And you can see it's quite a bit darker, but you can also see that there is, in fact, a modeling effect that we've got going on where you can see through it to the base coat. Now, some people may want to go darker and have less of a modeling effect, and so we're going to do a second pass of the modeling color to demonstrate that. So go ahead, Josh. So we're covering over the next section, and then we're going to put a second layer or application of the print color, loading up the paper plate, and then loading up the applicator, and then watch Josh's motion. He takes it off to the paper towel, takes the majority of the color off, and then go. So it's a fairly rapid up and down motion applied in an erratic way, not in an even way. And let's take a look at what that looks like after that. Now the print color has dried on the second application. And Josh, pull up the tape and let's take a look at what we have. So you can see the gradation of darkening from the base color by itself, the first version of the print color, and now a second version of the print color, and now we're going to do a third version of the print color to take it even darker still. So tell us what you're going to be doing, Josh.
I'm just going to be doing the same thing, just adding more print to the plate, soaking it up, taking some off, and tamping it on.
Alright, so now let's take a look at what that looks like. Go ahead and heat it up, Josh. So what we're using is a heat gun. You could use a hairdryer to accelerate drying too. All we're doing is extracting out the moisture content from the color chemistry. Let's lift it up and take a look at what we got. So you can see how much darker that last version is compared to the other two, because we were much heavier in application of the print coat on that particular pass. So you can control the degree of darkness, you can control the degree of discreteness. As you can see here and here, we actually have color standing out. Less so here, and here we virtually don't have any of that. And so it all depends upon application technique in terms of how you want that print coat to render. This is Kevin with Advanced Leather Solutions. As you get accustomed to this process, I'm sure you'll be comfortable with it. Give us a call if you have any questions. 510-786-6059. Thanks, Josh.